Hey there. So I wanted to give you some final tips, the final tip, but not the very last tip on dating. And this comes from some of the thoughts that came in with some of the groups that I was running today. And what it was, are you really having fun? Are you really not stressing out about this goal of dating? And so you can look at it many different ways. Like, all right, you might have some skills to learn, like how to get over your social phobia and just be able to go up to someone and start talking, not being so concerned about your self consciousness. Like, will the person like me? Are they going to reject me? Like, what if I feel like an idiot? And someone said, most people are pretty nice. If you go up and you just talk to them, they're going to be accepting of your conversation. And if they don't want to talk to you, it really isn't about you. Maybe they have a headache, or maybe they're making a decision like, I'm not dating. A lot of people are out there wanting to go out and socialize, but they don't want to have any kind of intimate kind of conversation with anybody. They want to just hang with their friends, or just, go somewhere and just dare themselves to be in public. So you just never know what's going on with people. So remember, number one rule, always a number one rule, is do not personalize any of this. I also feel like one of the things I heard that was inspiring was, you're never going to get anywhere if you don't just put yourself out there. And so you're going to have to measure putting yourself out there as something that doesn't make you so anxious and ruminating all the time that you can barely handle it. Like, sometimes we just get too anxious about the things that we're doing, and we just don't just let ourselves do them. And that's a really important um, thing to remember, is the way you approach things is key. So your mindset about this needs to be like replenished over and over again. Like, why am I doing this? Oh, yes, I remember. I'm trying to overcome my fear of just talking to strangers, or and so people were talking about, like, just remembering during the holiday season, go out and have some fun, like, have some laughs, like, go dancing, go around people who are socializing. It's a really good practice. It's really good for you, and try to do it in ways that you can handle, like, one step at a time. One of the people I know was just saying, like, they were just going to go into these sort of single events and just talk to 5 people, and that's what they were gonna do. They were gonna make sure they danced a little bit, and they weren't gonna take anything personally, and it became easier and easier the more that they did it. So great to master something, right? Um, and just remember to have fun. Like, that really shows up too. If you're not having a good time, then you're probably not gonna be feeling attractive yourself, or attracting what you wanna attract, or just having interesting conversations. One time I was, working with a doctor who was, a psychiatrist, and he was, really into helping my clients with anxiety, get on anti-anxiety meds. But one thing he said was, he always talked to his clients or his patients about socializing, and to remember, one of the things that makes you feel really anxious if you go into a setting and you don't have anything to talk about, and you get stuck just listening to someone for a long period of time, or feeling like you don't have anything to say. But he said, work the room. And one of the ways to work a room is to go into the event having 3 things you're gonna talk about. Maybe one of them is, some interesting art exhibit that you saw. Maybe another one is, um, some kinda interesting social or city thing that happened, that you noticed, like a traffic jam, or the bridge was closed down, or, I'm talking about the Bay Area, or a beautiful hike that you went on, or the weather, something simple like that. Usually you stay away from controversial subjects like politics and things. But just finding a few current events that are kind of interesting, and make sure that when you go around to talk to people in the group, that you can actually bring those up if you want. So you have some agency to move around. Try not to get stuck talking to the same person for so long, because you know happens is you're like, "Okay, how am I gonna get out of this situation now? I'm gonna have to, like, excuse myself or go get something to drink or eat or say I know someone over there." So remember, hone in on your skills, to be a better socializer, to be a better communicator. It's this practice is gonna be just key for you to move forward and to just have fun with it. I remember listening to a dating coach, who said, he was a complete introvert and totally anxious socially. And what he did was he just went on 1,000 dates. And by the time, I don't, that's a pretty lot of dates, but he did do an amazing amount of dating, maybe 100, say. And by the end of that experiment, he was pretty chill about going on a date. He knew what to do, what to say, how to set it up, um, what to talk about, and he knew even if he didn't think the person had, a lot going on that he wanted to continue on in a serious relationship, he made sure that he had fun on the date, that he had a good time, that it was him actually socializing and taking time out to go out somewhere. So if he ate dinner somewhere, he enjoyed the food. If he was listening to music, he really honed in. If he was just having a coffee at a coffee store, he looked around and enjoyed that experience. So remember, have fun. That's what this all is about, right? Is to get out of the way that you have been, maybe out of a relationship and the your persona in that relationship and have fun. So, I'll be coming on at other times to give new tips to you, but I just wanted to pull you through the holiday and encourage you to get out there and do some things that you haven't done before. Um, and just see what's out there, who's out there, and be as natural and yourself as you possibly can. Okay, take good care. And thanks for all of the comments. Please don't hesitate to leave me other things you might want me to talk about. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much.